1 minute and 55 seconds. Have a good evening, dear. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. And to everyone at home watching, that's what happens when you forget to bring your mouse with you and you end up accidentally pressing the wrong button. Apologies for the interruption. Yeah. This is also what happens when they haven't noticed that we've started. Good evening, friends! Wow! Wow, that was a nice good evening back. Good evening and welcome to new faces, to familiar faces, to faces that I've not seen in a while, to faces that I saw about 20 minutes ago. Welcome to this Thursday service at Littleport Village Hall. Welcome one and all, and thank you for joining us tonight for our service of mediumship, a time where we come together to prove that life is eternal, to raise the vibrations, to seek healing, upliftment, and spirituality. And of course, every week, in order to achieve this, we have a different medium. And this week, we welcome, shall we say, a familiar face to Littleport. She's been coming to Littleport off and on now for, how many years is it? 3 years? And you've been serving us for just as long. So please give a proper Right Royal Littleport welcome to our medium tonight, Lynda Rose. I still can't get used to the shorter hair, but I still think it's lovely. I think it's wonderful. Suits you. Absolutely. It's funnily enough, my stocking suspenders and makeup is all perfectly done at 6 a.m. every morning too. Welcome to you all, and of course, a welcome to everyone who is with us online. For those that have never been before or haven't been in a while since we started doing this, we do broadcast this part, up to about here, live on Facebook and YouTube. It is stored for all of posterity. So if you are fortunate enough to get a message tonight, you can go back and check it, because there's always something you forget, trust me. But we never turn the camera that away, because it would just be rude. So you're perfectly secure and safe on that side of the hall. But if you ever do want to check back and have another look, see if you've missed something, we're always there online. And of course, we are joined literally from all over the world by friends who come to join us here tonight. And I say hello to you all there as well. And if you're ever, where is you? There. And if you ever can't make it, That's how you can be part of the service. Tonight is the same as always and ever, though. We have prayers, we have healing, we have a reading, we have philosophy, and we have mediumship. And a few notices about what's coming up in the next few weeks. But let's begin, as always, by opening this evening in gentle prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, divine universal source of all, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends, to unite under a banner of love, of hope, and of friendship. As we place this service in your care and keeping, Great Spirit, we ask that the veil be lifted and our loved ones draw close, that the truth may be revealed that life is indeed eternal. And also, Great Spirit, as we start this service, we ask that all the energy that is raised here tonight by the collective gathering of both living and discarnate spirits be used to set the intention of bringing love, joy, and community in the world. And anything we do not use here goes out to that end. But as we place this service in your care and keeping, I make the statement as ever, that everything we do is in love, truth, and in light. Amen. Well, friends, notices what's going on in the next few weeks, because, of course, this is the last Thursday of the month, which means the clock is reset. We haven't got a big old clock in a big old bone wall with a big old seal of Rassilon on the other side, for those that watch Doctor Who, but we have got a calendar. And it restarts every end of the month. So next Sunday, you got a night off, a day off. The following Sunday, the second Sunday of the month, we have our monthly workshop, which is over in that hall there, where you can learn various different aspects of spirituality, where you can come together and share your own experiences of spirituality. And by coming together on various different subjects, we can all grow together. That's £15 communal lunch. It's from 10:30 until 3:30, and it's always darn good fun. The following Sunday, the third Sunday of the month, do you know, it's hard to believe that a month has come out already with that, but it will be, of course, the White Feather Shamanic Drum Healing Group, which is on Father's Day, yes. So there will be drumming, healing drumming, and the continuation of the healing workshop that's attached to the end of the drumming. That will be on the third Sunday of the month. It's £5, and it will be from 10 until 1. My deacon is looking at me with shock and awe because I've got 2 events right with the dates and times so far. Can we make it a third? Yes, we can, because there was an issue with bookings and timings and situations. So our monthly online service, which is solely online, a medium from somewhere, anywhere in the world, serving an online service only, broadcast from my bedroom, let's be honest, wasn't on last week, but it will be on this Saturday from 12:15 until around about 2 o'clock. And the medium serving us will be the lovely Sarah McGecky, all the way from Scotland. So we are definitely spreading from one end of the country to the other on that one. And of course, we have another service next week, same time, same place. And the medium will be yet another familiar face, because the medium serving us will be the one and only Della Thompson. She thought it was the second week of the month. She had a bit of a shock tonight when she realised it was the first, but never mind, we'll get there. So lots going on in June, and I can promise that there will be more. Of course, every week, yes, we start at 7:40, but you can get here for 7 o'clock if you'd like and join the healing circle that has recently started up and running. Mandy and Tony worked together to run a healing and meditation development group. That is just £1, and it's at 7 o'clock thereabouts, just before the service starts. So if you're interested in exploring your healing, there's an option there as well. That's one of the longest lists of notices I think I've ever had, but it always is when you're starting a new month. When it comes to having a long list of notices, of course, it don't half cheer Barry up because it eats into my philosophy time. And there you go. But philosophy of spirit doesn't have to be posh and fancy words, floaty words. Philosophy is what is in your heart. I've got to say, there are books, thousands of pages long, that will tell you what the philosophy of spirit is. And they do a very, very good job of sending you up the garden path, down the street, round the corner, across the road. And by the time you get back to a point, you're kind of a little bit dizzy. Because that's not what philosophy is. It's not fancy words. The philosophy of spirit is actions, not words. It's deeds, not sentiments. The philosophy of spiritualism is about how you act, about how you deal with situations in life. It's about how you interact and integrate with the world around you. The philosophy of spirit is core values, behaviors, and morals in relation to the world of spirit. And there's only one that really, really matters. I spent a whole year ranting and raving about that one that just matters. So much so that a member of our congregation bought me a little pin badge with it written on. You remember, don't you? I can't wear it in public because it's a little bit saucy, but the sentiment was absolutely true. But the sentiment behind it that I can say in public is just be kind. There are clues everywhere. We talk about the love of spirit and love being eternal. Love is compassion. We talk about the communication of spirit. Tonight, we are going to be watching Lynda demonstrate communication of spirit. Communication. That's an interesting word. If you chop the Asian off, you've got to commune. It means come together. With communication, you build communities. Communication is about coming together in common cause and intent. And I'm telling you, there are people in this way of life, some sitting in this very hall, where I have had conversations where the paint has been stripped off the wall. But it's never been personal. It's never been mean. It's just been passionate. Because I will look every single person in this hall in the eye and say, you have a right to live and believe how you so wish. So long as you remember that I've got that right too. But how we communicate it is what matters. We can disagree. I can see you're already wound up by me having an opinion, Barry. But the point is, we're all entitled to it. But it's how we communicate it that matters. And if we do it in a way where we are respectful of each other, we might just learn something from each other. Just because I'm up the front here on a Thursday night wearing a bit of a fairy liquid bottle around my neck doesn't make me right. It just makes me the scapegoat for standing up the front here every Thursday night. I run workshops week in, week out now. It's part of my role. And I can say, without a word of a lie, every single day I do development with people, wherever they are, I learn something new. Because the one thing that we have to do in this way of life, that we are told as soon as we walk into a hall, is just one thing: have an open mind. And so long as we approach each other with an open mind, we can learn something new and special every day from each other. Because communication leads to communities. And communities is what we are all about. Because if we're not, then what are we doing here? And what is the point? The world is in a rough state. But we can fix that by building communities with compassion, with grace and respect for each other, and listen to each other. So when you have a disagreement, when you have a frustration, when you get wound up because somebody's saying something that annoys you, listen to what their heart is saying. Try and see things from a different perspective without sacrificing your own truth. And then calmly and politely make sure you share your truth as well. Because as I said, everyone is entitled to an opinion, and each one of you adds to a great harmony of voices. And somehow, some way, when we all work together, the world will be a better place. And that's a promise. And I'll thank you all for listening and say God bless you all. And so now is the time where we have a reading shared, where you get a break from my voice. And so I'd like to ask our deacon, Reverend Eunice, to step forward and give us this week's reading. Ladies and gentlemen, Eunice.
Good evening, one and all. This world is full of bad news, or that's the way it seems. If you see the news on your TV, it could shatter all your dreams. The news that's both from near and far, it's sometimes hard to take. Does it really make you feel if a difference you can make? The answer is probably no, but this is not true. But in our little world out there, you can help by just being you. We all can help each other in our little world right here. It's a start, and oh so simple. Just lend a kind ear. So what I'm really saying is live your life today with love and positivity and help others on the way.
Wonderful, thank you. For those that don't know or haven't been in a while, some spiritualist churches have the reading and then the philosophy. We do it, as my grandfather would say, arse about face. It is what it is. To try and prove that Spirit are leading the conversation. And Eunice never knows what I'm going to say because I never do. And I don't know what Eunice has written because she's got it hidden away in her rather exclusive but available online Independent Spiritualist Alliance journal that she writes all of her readings in. There you go. Give it a wave, Eunice. There you go. There you go. You can too buy one on Amazon. So we never know what each other is going to say. And when it syncs up like that, by gumbo, wow. Thank you and thank them and wonderful. And so it gives you a really nice buzz, a nice healing feeling when things like that work, which is why next we're doing the healing. I'm going to hand over to our Tony, who leads the healing, to talk you through. But if you would like some healing, get ready to stick your hands in the air and keep your hand in the air until there's somebody stood behind you to give some healing, because we give it as part of the service. And so to lead us in the list of healing and to say hello to familiar friends,
thank you.
Please welcome Tony.
Why, thank you. And your thoughts, please, for those in the healing book. Celtic Rose, the medium. Wayne. Paul, the bald baker. Chrissy, our very own Sherry, who's not at all well. So extra special thoughts to her, if you would, please. As Nick said, if you would like some healing in the next few moments, raise a hand. Oh, blimey. Somebody desperately wants some up there in there. If you are prepared to give some healing, please go to where there's a hand raised. That's great. Thank you. I've never known it so good. We've got more healers than we've got people who need healing. It's wonderful.
I know. Well done.
Just as ever, a few words from me, please. Great Spirit, would you please send your healing power down through our healers to those recipients who have asked for it? And at the very same time, would you please protect them from anything that they don't want to receive? And one thing that I can tell you all is the more times we do this and the more people that do it, the greater its power becomes. It is truly greater than the sum of its parts. So healers, commence, please. You have 3 minutes.
We do. And if we could add Alison to our thoughts as well.
I need to add Alison to your thoughts, please. Thank you.
Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, divine source of the universe and great creator. Here we bring unto you all those listed in all the healing books throughout the land. Be they sick in mind, body, spirit, or soul, that it may please thee to heal them, those we know, those we do not know, those that have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Those we know, those we do not know, those that have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Be they sick in mind, body, spirit, or soul, that it may please thee to heal them, those we know, those we do not know, those that have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. We ask for them now. Now.
Thank you, healers. If you can just say your thanks to your guides and bring yourselves back. And I will just say, if there's anybody here who would have wanted some healing earlier in the evening, quietly on their own with one of our healers, just come and find me next time.
Marvellous. Thank you, everyone. And thank you to Tony and all of the healers for indeed being a part of that. It is always a pleasure. And it is a pleasure because healing is the most important part. Everything that we do is centered around healing. I finally realized you're wearing the t-shirt. I love it. I was just trying to, because whenever people wear a stylized t-shirt, I always like to have a bit of a read in the nosy. That's what they're there for. I'm not a medium. I'm an extra large. I love it. I love it. I can also take the mick with him tonight because he's got two people sitting either side of him, so the chairs aren't loose, and he's not wearing a hat, so I'm not going to get anything thrown at me this week. Love it, mate. You're not going to smash your phone up, love. Why am I joking? Because the vibrations, we hear about it all the time. Our own inner hearts, our own feelings are part of the vibrations and the fabric of the universe. And we all need to be uplifted sometimes, because that is equally healing. A good giggle and a good laugh really does make a difference, which is why I love t-shirts like that. It's brilliant. But now I'm going to hand over the rest of the evening to a very dear friend of mine, the lovely Lynda Rose. Important information. Lavatories are just over in that corner. Not literally that corner. You don't just go in the corner. It's out the door and down the corridor, and there's 2 doors either side. Although I will say, in the winter, where Lynda is sitting right now, we did have a bit of a leaky roof, and it did look like, but I digress. So yes, out the door and round the corner. Should we need to evacuate the building, our exits are here, and through there. And for those that have never been before, if the curtains start twitching and the chairs start spinning around, just follow me. I'll be the first one out the door, because we don't do stuff like that here. But what we do is have upliftment, love, and laughter. And to that end, I give you your medium tonight, Lynda Rose.
Thank you. I think Barry should be up here with that t-shirt on.
I think he should.
In the medium. Do you want to come up and help, Barry? Do you want to come up and help? Okay. Oh, welcome all. Thank you for coming this evening. That's great. I don't know what to say, so I am just going to get straight into it. I will ask, has anybody not seen me work before? Oh. Okay, that's lovely. Right, I know where I'm going, so I'm going lady at the back there with the glasses on, very back. May I work with you, please, lovely? Thank you. I have a grandmother that's coming in for you, and I know this lady comes in very strong for you. I know when she was here on the earth plane, she was a very strong lady. Okay, I'm just asking, can you take your grandmother? Otherwise, we're going further along the line here. Yeah, okay. But I feel after that's more on mum's side than dad's side. All right? You take that? No. Right. I'm going to go dad's side then. Sorry. But I just wasn't quite sure there. I know with this lady, her mind wasn't as right as what it should have been before she went to the spirit world. And this is why she's making me confused when I'm talking to you, because she doesn't know if she's Arthur or Martha, she's telling me, all right? But I know with this lady, as she comes through, she's come through very strong, because I know she was a very strong lady on the earth plane. I know you've got the similarities in your face as well. And I know that you've got some things that go on with you that the people say, oh, you just like your grandma. You understand? There's little traits there. Okay. I know that this lady would have been in the spirit world for some time, she tells me. Okay. And I know with this lady that she looks after you. All right. Because you're special. And you always was a special young girl, I want to say, a child. I also know with this lady that she's putting an apron on me and she's having a little bit of a joke with me because she knows that I don't bake cakes, but she would have baked cakes because she's putting an apron on me. So, I feel I feel the reason she's doing that is because she would be somebody that would be very good with the youngsters and show them how to bake cakes. All right. Okay. And I know she's telling me about yourself that you're at crossroads at the moment. Would you understand that? And you're not quite sure. She's saying you don't know if you're Arthur or Martha as well, because you're not quite sure what way to go. Can you take a black dog in the spirit world, please? Yep. I'm being given a black dog. And I don't want to say that she's looking after it. It's got a funny leg when it was here. You understand that? Yep, because that's what she's showing me. Okay, I just know that she's here with you at the moment. She's saying, will you please make up your mind, because you can't work out what to be doing and what avenue, what one to take. I know that your path will open up. She's telling me it will open up for you. Okay, and when it does, you're going to be overwhelmed, because you're going to be a bit surprised at what does open up for you. Is what she's saying, okay? Because what she is also saying is you only can work with the tools you have now, and there's going to be more tools coming in to help you and support you. Does that all make sense to you? Fantastic. Thank you for working with us, and I'll leave her love with you. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, lady in the back there with the white cardigan, please. May I work with you? Thank you. I've got a grandmother here for you as well. As I walked there, I was a little bit over, so I know that she'd been a little bit over when her last part of her life. You understand that with her, please? Because she's making me, or she had a bad back, because she's like, when I walked over here, I wasn't very straight. Would you understand that with her? Okay, right, would you understand that so it might not be grandmother. I feel that's grandmother energy, but also I feel that there would have been a lot of time in bed at the end of her life. There was a lot, right? Okay, so, and that's the back. That's where she's talking about her back. I know she talks about bed sores as well, and she was very, very delicate, she tells me. When people tried turning her and moving her, she was very delicate. And she tells me she would make out a little murmur when people moved her. She was a very patient lady, she's telling me also. I also know with her, there wasn't much meat on her either. She was very slim before she went to the spirit world. But she said, let's put that to one side. She said, because before that I was quite a lively lady, and old age just caught up with me, and that was it. I was gone. I'm looking at your face there, and would you understand that with this lady? Okay, then I have to leave it with you, because I've got her, she's talking to me. So she's telling me to tell you, so it's giving you proof of who I have. Okay, would you understand she was a bit darker than yourself in hair wise, please? Yeah, because you're a bit fairer. She's not. So what she's telling me, it's true in her eyes. Okay, when she was here, and that's what she's saying. Okay, and she's showing me that you're juggling things at the moment. Would you understand that? And she says she keeps dropping balls because she keeps forgetting about things at the moment, because there's so much going on in here, she's telling me. All right, she says you will work it out. Whatever you're trying to sort out, you will work it out. I want to give you sort of more June, the end of June, where things will start all falling into place for you, is what she's saying, all right? I don't know if there's a house move or there's a change of something around you, and that's in the summer. It's either house or job, but I know there is a change around you, and that is the summer months. I want to go maybe July, but definitely August. But I want to go round there, all right? And middle of August, she's given up around about the 25th. She's given here. Okay, I know that. Would you understand that there are young ones around you, please? Yeah, and okay. Right. I don't think she had patience with young ones. Would you understand that? If they were out of order or they were a bit rowdy. Yeah. Because I just feel that I know with what she's showing me she's doing, she's given one of them a slap round the head. But so what she's telling me to tell you is there's one that plays up a lot, and it's female. Yep. Okay. Because she wants to just give her a little clip round the ear every now and again. Okay. But that's the way she dealt with children in her time. That's why she wants to do it. But she's showing me that to say there is one that's playing you up. Okay, that's pushing your patience. That's what she's saying. So she watches. She's around you. She watches. Oh, I don't know why she's giving me this, but would you understand food going everywhere? Yeah, okay. So as long as you can take that, because that's what she's showing me, all right. Okay. Is there anything else, my lovely? Okay. All I can say is lots of love from this lady for yourself. She says you've got a lot of patience, which she would never have had. All right. But she's saying midsummer, everything's going to be all right for you. All right. So take it out of here. That's what she's saying. Okay. Can I come down to Lisa there, please? Lisa, can I work with you? Now, I know I haven't got your mum here, but would you understand mum's mum in the spirit world? Yeah. And I feel she could have been a bit of a tyrant when she was here. Yeah. Okay. And I know with this lady, she's coming through with great force because she wants to sort things out. All right. Because she says there are things that need to be sorted out. And I know that I know you, but these are things that I don't know about. All right. There's things that need to be sorted out. Very much the same features as yourself, this lady. Okay, and I would say that she was a very spiritual lady herself. Yeah. She's shown me tea leaves, but I don't know whether she done tea leaves or something similar. But I know that she always had a good word to say. She tells me she always had a good word to say. But she said, but if anybody was out of order, she would actually be down on them as well. Okay, that's where she says she was a tyrant because some people were not nice to her. All right. Would you understand? I don't know if you would know this, but she talks about a neighbour as well that wasn't very pleasant with her. Yeah. Okay. And I also know that she would then speak her mind. She would take so much and then she would roar. Okay. Okay. So she says this is where you get it from. She said you're taking so much and you're going to start roaring soon. All right. But be very grounded with your life at the moment because there's so much going on. Right. But be very grounded. I know that somebody's very appreciative of what you're doing with mum. I don't know who it is, but there's somebody just saying, would mum have had a sister, please, in the spirit world? Or it's a friend, but I know somebody's very appreciative of the help and the work that you're doing with your mum. All right, so that's coming. And that lady, I feel it's a lady, well, yeah, it is a lady, because she's showing me a little hanky, not this paper stuff, that's not the word she's using, but and she would have it tucked in either a watch strap or in her cardie. Right, okay. Right, okay, because that's what she's showing me. So this is the lady that's coming in, all right. Okay, lots of love from those in the spirit world. They are supporting you, they are looking after you. And I know that your work has been put on hold a little bit, but they're saying that's had to happen anyway. All right, because of the work that your guides, you've got guides, helpers all changing around you at the moment, and that everything's changing for you. All right, you won't lose your main guide, but there are guides changing for you and helpers. Okay, lots of love from those in the spirit world for you. All right, thank you. I come to you, please. I was looking at you two are together, aren't you? Yeah, I was looking at your T-shirts. Limited sincerity. Right, okay. Okay, so you understand Mum in spirit world, please? Yeah. Oh, it's for ladies tonight. I've got Mum, she tells me she's Mum in Wales. She'll be like her Mum. I know this lady is very gentle soul when she was here, and she had a good heart. All right. I know I would have had problems with my heart, she's telling me as well. Oops, at some point. I know that also with this lady, she was a hard grafter. Life wasn't easy for her, she tells me. And but also she says that people would come to her and she could sit down and sort people's problems out over a cup of tea. She say, but it has to be china cups, all right, and the saucers. It all has to be done right, and there'll be a little cake and doily, and she would, and I think it looks like lemon drizzle cake. Does that make sense? That's what she's showing me. Oh, and do you know the one with the different colours? There's a pink and a vanilla and yes, that's it. She's showing me that as well. Bless her. Okay, she must have had a sweet tooth, so that's like she'd invite everybody around just so she'd have a bit of cake and have a good enough excuse for a bit of cake. Bless her. I know with this lady, she's smiling at me. Would you understand she must have lost some of her teeth as well, please? Because she's got a smile without the teeth in there. There's a couple gone, I can see. I also know with this lady, as she draws close here, that she would have actually wrapped you in cotton wool, would that make sense? Because she's bringing cotton wool for you, bags and bags of it. She said because you've got bigger now, so you must have been little when she went over to the spirit world. All right, okay, all right. Well, maybe you've grown. Oh, I see. All right. Or maybe you've grown that way. I don't know. I don't want to be rude, but that's what she's saying. There's lots more cotton wool now. That's why I thought, oh, she must have known you when you was little. All right. But she also talks about when you was little, where you used to fall over, and she's showing me grazes on your knees, and she would look after them. So I feel that she was a big part of your life. You understand? And she's saying about yourself now that, and I can see there's sticks there, but some aids there. But she's saying, you know, you be careful you don't trip over because one of your legs don't work so well. Okay, and she's saying that you're going to have that graze on your knee again if you're not careful. She talks about you nearly falling over a step just recently. All right, and that's what she's bringing in for you. Okay, I know that you have a heavy heart here as well, and I know that. Would you understand? If you've got a child in the spirit world, please? Yeah, because that's what she's bringing in with the heavy heart for you. There's other reasons as well, but she says that was the beginning. That was the beginning. All right. And I know that she's here to give you a big hug at the moment because she tells me things haven't been going right for you the way you would like them to. Okay, it's like you'll touch something here and it goes wrong, you'll touch something there and it goes wrong, and nothing seems to be going right at this moment in time. You've been to Sainsbury's lately? Okay, she's just bringing in Sainsbury's and not sure. Have you been looking at the clothes? All right, okay. And is this, yeah, and there's something there that you would really like, but I feel that you haven't got the occasion to go to wear it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, I'll get onto this one then. All right, because you need that occasion. All right, you need that occasion. Lovely, but also you're being very careful with your money as well. So, like you'd love to buy it, but you'd only probably wear it once or twice. But it would look nice in the wardrobe. Is what she's saying. All right, okay, beautiful. And I just know there is so much love for this lady. She wants you to know you're not on your own. You do know, and you know when she's around you because you feel that warmth around you. All right. And she does take me to your knees again. Why are you there? On your knees keeps giving way. Excuse me. Well, would you understand a lot of medication with yourself then, please? Because she's just given me indigestion there. So try and take it with food if you can, because that makes life a little bit easier for you. But you keep forgetting. Would you understand? Yeah. Okay. All right. So she can carry on dishing the dirt all night, she says, but she's not going to, because she's here to lift you up and give you a big, big hug. All right. A big hug. And there's so much love from this lady for yourself. All right. Lovely. Thank you for working with us. Thank you. I don't like it when they're pointing. So, are you two related or are you friends? Friends, but you're close friends, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. Right. Because you've spoke up and the lady next to you hasn't, I'm coming to you. All right. Okay. All right. Is that all right if I work with you? Lovely. Would you understand Dad in the spirit world, please? No. Then it's Dad's dad. Nice looking guy. Nice looking. I know his family because your face is looking like his face, so I know it's like a nice rounded face with him. And I know I want to say I could say I'm tall, dark, and handsome because that's how they often come through. But he's not as tall he's not a 6 foot. He's under 6 foot, so I want to put him more maybe 5'9", 5'10". This gentleman, okay. Yep. Okay. And he's a bit of an observer, I think, more than a get on and do things. Does that make sense? Because at the moment he's making me stand and observe. All right? Okay. And I do feel with him. I have to stop that. I mean that. Thank you. With this observe, so when he was here on the earth plane, he would observe a lot, but he always had a lot to say if there was something to be said. All right, it's not your, you know. All right, okay. As long as you know, okay. But it will be somebody who cared for you, very much so. Yeah. So the gentleman that you're thinking of is a little bit taller, isn't he? All right, okay. Ah, okay. Right, okay. So I get it. Okay. I do feel with this gentleman, as I say, he was more of an observer, but he would say things if he needed to. I feel as I'm good at home as well. I'm good at looking after the home. And I feel I'm quite an educated man with this man, very educated. Normally they show me with a newspaper like this if they're educated and the sun like this if they're not. All right, so I know there's an education with him as well. I know, I feel that he would have travelled to work. I don't know if I'm travelling by train or car, but I know I'm travelling backwards and forwards to work. And it's a 9 to 5 job. Would you understand that? Because I feel as though it's a bit mundane going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Yep, you understand that. Okay. It's not, it might not be in all his life, that's the thing. So, but he's bringing up that because he wants to bring that through to you. And the reason he's bringing that through, because would you understand that with yourself? Yeah. He's talking about life being very mundane for yourself. You know, you might not be going backwards and forwards to work, but you're doing repetition. You're just doing same thing, same thing, same thing. And he's talking about you being a very intelligent person and very clever. All right. Yeah. So it's coming from him. Yeah. But he's saying there's so much more to you that people don't see. And instead of having an education, having work, you doing the things that you wanted to do in the younger years, where you gave it up for family. You understand? And he says there's soon going to be time for you to pick up with that. All right. And that's what he's saying. Get that in your mindset now, because you're better than what you are. Right, okay. You had toothache recently. Oh, right, okay, that's fine. You haven't come away with toothache going there, have you? No. All right. I went to dentist years and years ago just for a general checkup, and I come out with a really bad tooth. Yeah, really bad tooth. So never bring that to my mind, but we're not going to give you that. All right. I feel that there's somebody that you need to be sorting out, and I just feel like I'm juggling things at the moment. Would you understand that with yourself? You're juggling, but there's something you've got to sort out, or there's somebody you've got to sort out. Okay, and I feel my energy and my voice is going down here, so I feel that whoever this is somebody that is very sad. What I'm feeling. That's because my voice is kind of. Would you understand that? The lady next to you knows exactly what it is. Yep. But I just feel, I don't know if it's somebody you're looking after or there's somebody, but there's this real sadness within this situation. And you're not quite sure what way to go with it. Okay? Right. And you need to look after this part of you. Does that make sense? Yeah. I don't know why I had to go like that, but there's part. Right, okay, that's great. And then that will affect the other knee. Yep, lovely. Not lovely, but yeah. I'm glad you can take that anyway. So there's a lot of healing coming in for you, all right. But you're somebody who'd much rather be helping others than helping yourself. So this is where you need to start thinking about you now and doing those things that you wanted to do years ago. Yeah? Good. I leave you with her love. Is that you on medication? No. Would that be this gentleman then? I know my tummy's feeling not good anyway. I'm not going to give that to you. I'm just leaving that there. All right. Lots of love from them. Thank you. Thank you. I'll come to the lady with the glasses on her head, please. Yeah. Yeah, may I work with you, please? Yeah, you all right with that? Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure what I've got for you, but I know I needed to come to you. So I felt as though I wanted to turn round there. So would you not be coming tonight? Is there some reason why you weren't going to come? Yeah, okay. So that's what that's about. All right. Well, I'm glad you did, because I have a male energy here for yourself. I don't know if it's Dad or I'm going, or it could be Granddad, but just let me give you some more information here. All right. I know he's a family member because I've got the same features or similar features as yourself. I do feel that this man stands back as well. So normally when they stand back, it means that they need to know that they're welcome to come close to you. So it'll be somebody that there would have been a detachment in the family, or somebody that how can I say, who hasn't maybe hasn't been here before. All right. So let me just give you some more. I know with this gentleman, I know that his passing would have been quick, because he's taken me to the heart here. So I know there would have been problems with his heart as well. I also know with this gentleman that I'm quite stocky. I feel I'm an older gentleman, so I'm not a young person. I'm quite stocky here. I've got a knitted cardigan on as well, so I feel it's more on a granddad link than anything. All right. But, can you take this gentleman? Yeah, you can. All right. I've got a lovely smile with him as well, so I know. And you're happy for him to come in? Yeah, you're happy. Lovely. So that just gives him permission to come in properly for me. And that's why I stood there and said, I don't know who I've got, because nobody was, he was stood back. I just know with this gentleman that he was a little bit odd, like an oddball, like the black sheep of the family. Would you understand that with him? I just feel that I wasn't the run-of-the-mill person. Okay, would you understand you're not the run-of-the-mill person? Would you understand you're not the run-of-the-mill person? It's you. Okay, it's either him or you. So I know as he's drawn close here now, he's starting to talk to me. So I know when he was here, he would talk a lot. He's now starting to talk. And he talks quite fast as well, this gentleman, he's showing me. And I know I would have had problems with my heart before I went to the spirit world, even though it was my heart that gave in. I don't know, I feel that maybe I might have had some sort of operation or something on my heart, something to do with the valves, or there was some investigations beforehand, is what he's saying, okay? Just hold on if you're not sure, just because he's talking to me now, so I have to give you what he's saying. I know that with this gentleman, I would like my garden as well. I'd like being in my garden, but I was a bit of a loner. I kept myself away from people. I didn't like mixing. It was just that I learnt from a young age that people either liked you or they didn't. Oh, okay. He's talking about a paper round, so I don't know if somebody's doing a paper round at the moment, or whether that's something he done. I feel he's like part of the community as well, even though he didn't do much. He was. Is this Grandad? Am I getting bits of other spirits as well here? Would you understand? There's bits that don't fit him, but that would fit somebody else. Right, okay. That's what I felt I was getting, because I've got somebody who's part of the community, where this gentleman would have stood back and not been part of the community. I've got somebody coming in as part of the community as well. But these are all like on Grandad's, that era. So it might be his brother, your uncles, or so that's what I'm feeling there. Would you understand with yourself that somebody around you is not playing what I call playing ball? You know, you can't, there's somebody you want to sort out and you're not able to. Yeah. Okay. Because, so I know then you can take the information I've just given you about this gentleman, all right, and I do feel there's other energies coming in there as well. And I feel that you are getting very frustrated with this person. Does that make sense? And you're normally quite a patient person, but when somebody oversteps the mark, then that's when you lose your patience. Okay. And is it you or somebody around you having problems with your face at the moment? Is it sinuses or something? I just feel my jaw aches. It's either you or somebody around you got problems with your face. And let's leave that one with you. Yeah, you can take that. I know you can take everything, but because that's what I'm being told. So, and that's not with you, that's around you, yeah? Okay. And would you, then it leads me on to somebody that he says needs a kick up the butt. All right, does that make sense? So whether it's the same person or not, I don't know, but that's what he's saying. Somebody just needs a kick up the butt. He wouldn't part with anything. And he's not using those words either. So I know there would be the odd swear that would come in. I feel there's a word that he would use quite often as well, which is what he's just used with me. So I just feel that he's come through for you. I don't know if he's been through before, but I just feel, excuse me, is Mum unwell, please? Yeah. And would you understand they're helping on the other side then to help with her? Okay. And she can't make up her mind either. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, he said what he's needed to say, and he's gone. All right, and that's how he would be in life. You know, he would say what he needs to say and go, and that's what he's done. So his character is there. I know there's it was allowing a few other energies to come in for you, but he's now gone. But I just feel that they're doing their best over the other side with your mum. Okay. Is it Mum who's getting dizzy and not seeing properly? Yes, so just giving that to me. Yeah, just giving that to me. Okay. If she's not with the doctors, then she needs to have it all checked out, because what they've just given me, I won't want to carry on life like that. Hope she's not driving anyway. Because, you know, the dizziness there. All right. I'm going to say I'll leave this gentleman's love with you, but he's gone. So, but he just wanted to get that message over to you. All right. Thank you for working with us. 15. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. The lady with the stripes top there, please may I work with you, lovey. Are you two together as friends or not relatives? No. You've got similar faces, haven't you? Similar faces. So I'm working with you, lovely. All right. Now I know I got it over there, but I didn't say it. But I've got to say it with you. Would you understand damned if you do and damned if you don't at the moment going on around you? Yeah. You just can't seem to do anything right for somebody. Does that make sense? Yeah. I've got a lady's energy coming in here. I feel it's either it's on a mum link for you. All right. If it's not mum. Mum was cantankerous. Is she still here? Yeah. Which one does she's cantankerous? Yeah. So it's mum's mum. Yeah. All right. She says, I know, as I had to put up for her as a child. Okay. So familiarity again in the face there. I feel she's a little bit less here than you. All right, this lady, and I'm not very tall with this lady as well. She's showing me probably maybe my height a little bit shorter than myself. Okay, I know I've got flat shoes on with her, so I feel that I'm sort of old-fashionedly dressed with this lady, and I do feel that she didn't take no nonsense either. No. And it's like you should be seen and not heard. Situation with her as well, she's bringing through. But she had time for people. It was the children I don't feel she had time for so much. Because she shows me she'll sit down with a cup of tea with somebody, you know, but it has to be like this lady's relative. It has to be a china cup and saucer, and everything has to be just right. And you must not fill that cup up too high, she's telling me to tell you. All right? Bless her. So she's a bit of a, she says she was a bit of a martyr. Well, martyr means to me as somebody that will put themselves on the line to help somebody. So I feel that she would have, it was the little ones she didn't have tolerance for unless they sat in the corner and was quiet. So with the adults, I feel that she would help people, but she didn't take fools gladly. So if you was trying to pull a wool over her eyes, then she would know. She would know. And she would, sometimes her bark was worse than her bite. I got that the right way around, or her bite was worse than her, and she is, would you understand why she's here to tell you off? She's wagging her finger at you. All right? So let me see. We have a lot of people that can't make up their minds tonight. So would you understand you can't make up your mind about something? No, you can't take that at all. Okay. Can I take you to washing? Clothes washing. Okay. And I don't know why I'm taking you there, but are you having problems with your washing machine? No. Well, we're not going to make that happen. Something to do with washing. Right, okay, thank you. Are you trying to organise somebody how to wash their clothes? No. Because I feel that we've got darks, we've got colours, and we've got whites. And somebody's mixed them up. Okay, so you can take that, can you? Okay, right. What you don't need is pink something with whites. That's what you don't want, all right? Now, she's wagging her finger at you, and I'm not sure why, other than you're not what... I've said this, but she's saying again, you're not quite sure what way to go with something. All right, so maybe it's not here yet, but she's brought it through twice now, so I know I've said it, and I don't remember what I've said from 1 minute to another. All right, but I know that are you a night owl? Sorry? Right, okay. So because she's bringing me to nighttime. And would you understand nighttime you get a lot of thoughts come into your head that you don't really want in your head? Right, that's where she's bringing it in. And do you have a nice cup of coffee before you go to bed? No, all right. Because they're the things she's bringing in. She's saying put a bit of lavender under your pillow. All right, that's what they used to do, put a bit of lavender under. I just feel with her that she's come through to give you a big hug, all right? But she is also telling you off. And I do think it's to do with your nighttime stuff. But there's also something you've got to make a decision with, all right? But if you know what it is, then that's great. If you don't, then it'll be something that comes up. I'm going to leave her love with you and say, God bless you. You can take her home as well, all right? Thank you. I'm going to come to you. Yeah, I am. I've got this lady here for you, and she's quite character like yourself, all right? And I don't know where she comes in your life, but I know that she'd be somebody that will muck around quite a bit when she's here on the earth plane. I don't feel I'm very old with this lady either, so I don't know if this is on a friend link for you. All right. Sorry? All right, okay. Let's just see. I know with this lady, would you understand that going back years that you had a friend that was like a sister? I feel you've lost touch. I want to go back to like school days. All right, okay. All right, okay. Right, so would you know if she was well? Because I haven't got her, I don't feel. All right, I haven't got her. But would you understand there's something going on with her at the moment? Right, okay. Because I feel whoever this is will be a relative to her. All right? Her relative. And this is where this lady's coming through. Because you know when you and her used to get up to mischief. Yeah. Yeah. And this lady, I don't know, this lady knows about that, okay? The reason she's come through is for this young lady like yourself about you reconnecting a bit more, all right? Because I feel that whatever's going on with her is going to make her feel worse than what she is now, all right? And I don't know where that's going to go as well. Does that make sense? And I know that it's, there will be some decisions to be made. Yeah. So, and this lady's come through to say that you are the best one for the job. All right? Because you can cheer her up and make her laugh and talk about the old days. All right, okay. But that's what she's needing at the moment, all right? More than what you have had. Can I just say it's a bit more serious now? Yeah. And that's what she's saying. She's needing your energy. All right, okay. Yeah, but it's about keeping that up now. All right. And this lady says thank you because she's pleased that you are going to have that connection closer. All right, because she needs you. All right. Oh, that's good because I don't know. She's not showing me what she looks like either. She's not very big. Yeah, I don't think she's a very big lady. So just take that. All right. Sometimes when you give messages, that's all it's for, isn't it? Thank you for working with us. Can I work with the lady behind you, please? May I work with you, lovey? Thank you. Do you know what, I always think I don't want to say this damned if I do and damned if I don't, because once I start saying it, then I have to keep saying it. But can you understand damned if you do and damned if you don't going on around your life at the moment? Yeah. Oh, okay. I've got this gentleman that's come through here. I want to say he's about 5 foot, about 7 or 8. I don't think I want to go much taller than that with this gentleman, all right? Just keep an open mind, and that's what I'm feeling. He's not a very tall gentleman. I know that there is a likeness because of your features and his features, so I know he's a family member. And I know with this gentleman, okay, I feel he's got a sense of humour when he was here on the earth plane, because he's shown me standing on tippy toes, right? So that's shown me that he's got a sense of humour. And I know, okay, thank you. I know he was in your life as a younger person as well. All right, so I don't know if he's coming through like on a brother link or something like that. I know he would have passed with his lungs. Yeah, you know who it is, lovely. Because I know I've got emphysema or there's something going on with my lungs here with him. And I know he's quite a compassionate person as well, but there was a lot going on inside that nobody really saw what was going on because of his jokes, and he had a front up. Does that make sense with him? Yeah. And I know that he tells me the last 3 years of his life was not that great. Yeah, but he talks about the last 6 months was the worst. Okay. I'm going to ask him why he's come through. Do you understand that you have these ups and downs? You have ups and downs. There seems to be no middle. You're either up or you're down. And I know myself that when you have the downs, we learn a lot about ourselves. You understand that? And this is what it's saying, you're learning a lot about yourself. But he's saying, I don't know what he means by this, but he's saying, okay, I'll say that. Would you understand you're a bit of a closed book? Right, okay. So he's saying to open up more, all right, because it's a wonderful world out there. There is things that are going on, but you don't have to take part in that. You just take part in the bits that you want to take part in. And life is far too short to keep being down there. All right? Because it feels that it has to be some sort of celebration to bring you up. And when we talk about celebrations, would you understand February, please? Take me back to February. So we're going back. Some sort of celebration. Some sort. Okay, but you'd understand what's being said, right? Okay. Would you understand somebody being 21? Or is it 21 again? Is it his sense of humour? 21 again? Okay, right, as long as you can take that. I know somebody is not very good with their age and they keep wanting to be 21. All right? So I don't know if that's you or somebody around you, but yeah. And I know with this, did I bring you a gentleman in? Did I bring you a gentleman in? Right, so I've got a lady here who wants to be reminded to you. She's not very tall, she's got curly hair. I don't know if it's a perm or not. She's grey, she's shown me grey, so I know she would have lived into her 70s or 80s, round about that. She was lived to a good old age. She shows me she's got some weight on her, and she shows me that she would have had a stick as well, latter part of her life, to get her about. I also feel I'm in a bungalow with her, and that's where I pass to the spirit world. okay, because I was very independent and want to look after myself. All right. So that lady's coming through to say hello. I've got to give the name of Maureen as well. Maureen's coming through. All right. And I'm going to leave it there because I'm aware of time now. But there's so much love from those in the spirit world for yourself. Okay. And lots of love. Thank you for working with me. Thank you all so much for your love. Thank you.
I need to tell you why I was laughing in a minute.
Right. Okay.
Well, I think we can all agree that one word that also is important to this way of life and in terms of mediumship is evidence.
Yeah.
And there was plenty there. So thank you. I've just got to shout at the back row and say she was watching and she figured out it was about her. Yes.
Is that Mum?
Yeah. To give you the clue, also happens to be my cousin.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just speak it.
Well, the wonderful thing is, do you mind if I just say one thing? The very, very fair truth is, I can't actually remember the last time Nev came through here, which is the person you were talking to,
All right. Okay.
and happens to be my uncle.
Oh, I see. Right.
So
Okay.
I actually can't remember the last time he's a blooming long while.
Yeah.
So there we are. Wonderful. I do know that him and Dad would have been having a gas. So, anywho, wonderful. Thank you.
So could you take all that with him? Because I just felt I had another.
Well, I knew them pretty much around about the same amount as they did.
All right. Okay.
In terms of, I'm not that much older than you, am I? Oh, thanks. You know that little gesticulation you gave to me during the service? Have one back, darling. Yeah, I'm probably, about 10 years older than you guys on average? I'm not saying. Pardon? In that case, I'm less than 10 years older than you. Just. So yeah, but there we go. Yes, I'll be 47 this year. Yes, it's worrying me. Yes, I haven't had my 50s therapy yet. But what I can say is a wonderful demonstration of mediumship. So a big thank you to our medium, Lynda Rose.
Okay.
And I have been making some notes as well, because there's some other things that I need to share. But I've got to say, not only were we blessed with a wonderful demonstration, we have had quite a collection of people watching online as well. We have been reaching out from this humble little location in Littleport to Liverpool and Scotland, Essex and Wales, to France, to Canada, to America, to Holland and South Africa, and let's not forget the furthest reaches of all, Mildenhall and Hale Fen. So thank you all for joining us. I wasn't going to say too much about this yet, but I think we should. Yes, I'm going to. We are about 8 weeks away from quite a significant anniversary here at Littleport Christian Spiritualists. Although this church has gone through a number of evolutions in its time since it was founded, and in actual fact, that history goes even further back to 1998. And one thing that hasn't changed is pretty much most of the wording to the healing prayer that you were listening to during the healing silence. But the current version of this group, this church, this family, was founded on the 22nd of July in 2012. We are literally 8 weeks away from a 13th anniversary. Magic number 13, really quite important. So I was thinking we might have a special service So if you'd like to take part in doing something special, have some ideas on what you'd like to do. I know that certain members of the front row like to dress up an awful lot. So, if you want to do that, that's fine. But just, oh no. Whose? Oh, take me with you. Eunice, you can cover. But yeah, on the 22nd of July, it will be 13 years since the current what is Little Port Christian Spiritualists has been running, and I think that is worth note. And 13 years, wahey. So it's been an adventure, and it will continue to be an adventure. So if anyone has any ideas on what we could do to celebrate 13 years, just come and have a chat. Me, Eunice, Tony, Lynda, yeah. Have some ideas, share them, because that's what this group is all about. There is no committee. You who come, you are the ones who decide what we do. And it doesn't matter whether it's been 5 minutes or 500 years since you've been coming. You're a member of the family. So have an opinion and share it. And I look forward to hearing some ideas on what we could do to celebrate 13 years. We started on a once a fortnight Sunday in this form of a church. And when the original church that I was also a member of for many, many years before that, I remember I went along to keep an eye on them because they hired the sports centre. And of course, spiritualism had never been heard of in Little Port at that point, not really. And they hired the football bar at the old sports centre. And as a young committee member who was, quote unquote, into that weird stuff, I was sent along to keep an eye on them. And of course, they invited me. I didn't know it was such an honour at the time. They invited me to make the tea at the end of the service. And after the service had wrapped up, Lynn and Kathy come up to me and was like, "Do you think you'll come again?" And I said, "Oh, absolutely, yes." And Lynn said, "Well, perhaps we should find a different job for you. I've been hearing a lot of people talking about something to do with gnats." So I never made the tea again. They made me treasurer instead because it was less important. But ever since then, there has been spiritualism in Little Port, and that was 1998. So we might have to do something about that anniversary as well when we come to 3 years' time, because that will be a big one for Little Port. But certainly, as a group, this group, we hit 13 in 8 weeks' time, and that's something worth having a party on. So, ideas on a postcard. Share your thoughts, join in. Nothing overly crude. And on that note, let's close this evening in prayer rather quickly. As we say, Great Spirit, divine universal source of all, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends. We ask that the light and love that we have shared here tonight continue to walk with us throughout our daily lives as we go out and share that truth within the world. And I ask, Great Spirit, please allow us the opportunity to remain a beacon of hope and unity and light for as long as it is needed. And I ask for a blessing to be placed, of course, on each person here present, and the friends and families that they represent. And so, Great Spirit, until we meet again, I ask that the love and truth and light of the spirit world shine on all of us here. Amen. And I think that covers every base. A reminder, of course, back next week, 7 o'clock, the Healing and Meditation Circle, 7:40, Della! Hey. We can pick a photo before you leave, please, because I want to do your poster before I leave. I think it worked quite well posting it before the end of the service last week. So I want to try and get good habits. Crikey, training as a minister, you end up getting plenty of dirty habits, especially when you're walking out in the wind and rain. So it would be nice to have a couple of good habits. But again, a big thank you. They didn't really pick up because that was a rubbish joke, wasn't it? Again, a really, really big thank you to our medium tonight, Lynda Rose. Thank you to Tony for leading the healing. Thank you to all of the healers for healing. Thank you, Eunice and your guides, for a wonderful reading. Thank you to Mother for putting up with me and looking after the door. And thank you all for being wonderful. There you go. And so, as ever, because we're off to have a raffle now and see who's won some special prizes, but I've got to be really, really, really careful that I don't press the wrong button. Because we're going to say goodnight to everyone at home, but I would like to wish Celtic Rose Medium a happy birthday for tomorrow. She's the one that we asked for healing earlier on, usually sits down in this corner here. She is poorly, but it is a birthday tomorrow, so we send you birthday wishes. But for now, until next week, from all of us here in Littleport Village Hall, to everyone out in Tinterwebland, after 3, 1, 2, 3. Good night. And God bless you all. And get your raffle tickets ready. It's prize winning time.